And in this video, I'm happy to reveal 3 model games with the Italian game with white winning at Grandmaster level. So we go to the Italian, I'm gonna go through the moves and explain the key ideas. So we're gonna play the Giuoco piano, which is pretty much that system over here. And now we're already set up. We have e4, d3, c3. Later on, we can push d3, d4, and then we have the bishop on b3. So that's the start. And knight on b2, go to d2, f1, and g3. So here we go. Now the knight on f1 gonna end up to g3. We will castle much later. And here in game number 1, the thing to remember is black hasn't pushed this pawn. In particular, black did not play h7, h6. We'll see how to play. So here on d5, white played queen e2. Why is that? Because when black exchanged the pawns, like it happened in the game, the queen on d8 cannot be exchanged with our queen on d1. And now we're gonna play with these two knights. And that knight on g3 is coming to f5. And in this game, the knight on f3 goes to h2. We maneuver the knight. We are ready to attack. And that's goes very straight away to the black's king. Knight f8. And here, knight f5. As Garry Kasparov once said, a knight on f5 is worth almost as much as a rook. So here black is a good player trying to exchange. But now we remember that we can play bishop g5. That is because in this game, these pawns were not pushed. So here f6 played, and now we're ready to strike. A check. And now feel free to pause the video. What is the winning move over here? And the answer is knight h6. What a beautiful sack. If you take the knight, checkmate. All right. If we take the bishop, we have the classic smother checkmate. Give a check, and knight f7, checkmate. And we would even win the queen if it wasn't for checkmate. So here, knight h6 wins. So what a game. And again, if I summarize, we have our favorite setup. And then, very important, our knight goes to f1, g3, and f5. And that was game 1. Let's see game 2 if black play h6. So in game 2, played at Grandmaster level by a Spanish Grandmaster with the white pieces, we continue with our plan. Once again, the move order doesn't matter that much. We're doing the Giuoco piano, and we're gonna play the knight on f1 and 2g3. But here black start to play h6. We do knight f1, and here black should play bishop e6, but falls into the trap and play castle. Over here, we still want to do knight g3, but now black gave us a hook here. So because of his h6, we can play g4, g5, opening the g file and win. So g4 is a move, d5, and now black's supposed to exchange queens. So we do queen e2, no queen exchange. Knight d7, that's a logical move. Knight g3, the knight's gonna come to f5, but now, because of black's mistake, we can prepare g4, g5. So here, knight attacks the bishop. We like our bishop pair, so where do we go? We tuck in the bishop on c2. Now the game goes on, and here g5. It's very dangerous, and black has to take. we take with our bishop, attacking the queen moves. And here, rook g1. And that's a decisive attack. On a g5, we have knight h5, knight f5, everything's gonna win. So let's see the game. The queen goes out of the way, and here we can sack a piece. Boom. We give a discovery check. The king goes in a corner. We're on move 21, and the grandmaster with white play bishop f6, and black resign. So let me walk you through the variations. In here, we have the power of the rook on the g5. So rook g7 check is crushing for white. The king goes to h6. We have queen d2 and checkmate the next move. And if the king goes there, of course we could simply win the queen like that. But I really like knight g5. That's because black can exchange the queens, but that king on h8 is doomed. So let's say I play a random move, had to finish pretty easy now, check, and I really like that checkmate on h8. So once again, very straightforward. What do we do over here? We prepare our favorite setup with the bishop on b3 and the knight on d2 and f3. And then in this position, we play g4 and then knight g3. This is a setup. In this case, the pawn is here, and we finish by attacking the black king. Pretty straightforward. Let's see one more game. And in this game, we repeat the same setup. So here, we once again have bishop b3, our knight, and our pawn structure, the Giuoco piano, and potentially we will play d4. And in this case, in this third game, black plays d5. Now, if black were to play d6, we would follow our plan in game 1. But here, d5. In this example, we have another trick. Instead of playing queen e2, which was played in game 1 and in game 2, here we take king on d5. And now we bring the knight to e4. And that's very important. If black were to play f5 here, you can simply castle. That is because black cannot even win a piece. I take back, and that bishop is pinning that knight, and we're gonna win the piece back with dividends. So here, f5 doesn't work. So black plays h6. That's logical because we've seen that our pieces can come to that square. However, here we have another trick, and that's why I really like this opening, the Giuoco piano, and here the winning move is bishop h6, giving up an entire bishop. So black has to take, otherwise black is a pawn down. And now, lo and behold, take on d5, the queen had to recapture, and we finish the game with knight f6. Once again, tactics favor white. So on bishop h6, black cannot take the bishop, and once again, on bishop e6, we are simply a pawn up, ready to play castle, and keep in mind black tried to attack. We simply did that move. That bishop here is loose. We have a great pressure, and we are winning anyway. So I hope you enjoy these games. No matter what black tried, we have our setup with the three pieces here.